ADES Holding launching Saudi's biggest IPO of the year, and shares of China's Evergrande plummet 87% at the market open. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramya Faraj. Saudi-based oil and gas firm ADES plans to sell a 30% stake in what would be the kingdom's biggest IPO of the year. The share sale will be a combination of existing and newly issued shares. Existing shareholders, ADES Investments, the PIF, and Zamil Group Investment, will dilute part of their holding through the IPO. The IPO proceeds will be distributed to the selling shareholders. The remaining funds will be used to pay down some of the group's outstanding debt and finance its growth strategy. Dubai-based district cooling company Tabreed has been named as a preferred bidder for the grant of a district cooling concession in India. It's worth up to $9.8 million. The long-term concession relates to the Hyderabad Pharma City Master Plan by Telangana State Industrial Infrastructure Corporation. Chinese EV maker Xpeng plans to acquire ride-hailing giant DiDi Global's smart EV unit. The two firms will form a strategic partnership to launch a new A-class smart EV brand next year in the $20,000 price range. Xpeng will issue its 3.25% of Class A ordinary shares to acquire DiDi's smart EV project assets. This will make DiDi a strategic stakeholder in Xpeng. Xpeng didn't reveal the value of the deal, but analysts estimate it at $744 million. Investors dumped their shares of China's Evergrande Group today as the property developer finally began trading after a 17-month suspension. Evergrande lost $2.2 billion, or 79% of its market value during today's session. The builder has massive liabilities with debt of $327 billion. Its 2023 interim report, published just one day prior to its trading resumption, shows that for the 6-month period, Evergrande's net loss stood at $4.5 billion, while revenues were at $17.6 billion. And that brings us to today's Forbes RealTime Billionaires ranking, where our biggest loser today is the chairman of Evergrande, Hui Kaiyan. He's lost half his wealth today, down $1.4 billion, and is left with net wealth of $1.4 billion. Our second biggest loser today is Reliance Industries' Mukesh Ambani. He's down $964 million with net wealth of $94.7 billion. And our third place loser is Australian miner Andrew Forrest, down $771 million, and now with net wealth of $17.7 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest Billionaires news. And Reliance Industries has appointed to the board Isha Ambani, Akash Ambani, and Anant Ambani, the three children of billionaire Mukesh Ambani, as non-executive directors to the board. Ambani, meanwhile, says he will continue as chairman for 5 more years. His wife, Nita, has resigned from the board to devote more time to the Reliance Foundation to make an even greater impact on India. Reliance says Ambani's children have been closely involved with and are leading and managing key businesses of RIL over the last few years. Foxconn founder Terry Gou is running in Taiwan's January presidential election. Gou says the era of entrepreneurs rule has come. Give me 4 years and I will develop technology and the economy, enabling Taiwan to surpass Singapore within 20 years and become the richest in Asia in terms of per capita GDP. Gou criticizes his competitors for leading Taiwan towards war and failing to improve the economy. Gou's fortune is estimated at $7.2 billion, according to Forbes. And U.S. and Chinese commerce secretaries met in Beijing today, with the U.S. side seeking a stable relationship between the world's two biggest economies. It's the latest in a series of high-level trips to China by U.S. officials as Washington works to cool trade tensions with Beijing. The trips could culminate in a meeting between their leaders, with President Biden recently saying he's expecting to meet with President Xi this year. The U.S. describes their economic relationship as the most significant in the world. I'm Ramya Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.